So if you're looking for a great little place to enjoy a meal in the Johannesburg area, you might want to visit Junipa's. Hilary Biller, Sunday Times Food Weekly editor, has visited the place for us and has brought back a bit of a report along with a menu. Do they know, Julie, that you took this?
I quietly slipped it into my bag.
Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, here it is. But a lovely place, you said it was.
But it's all in the course of duty, you know.
We respect that, we respect it. So tell us about your experience at Junipa's.
Okay, well, Junipa's, it's a nice story. It was started by a man called Julian Platt, and he and his wife Andrea ran the place. And Julian started making biscuits 14 years ago. And it's interesting how their business has evolved from a tiny little, from a home business to a small business at a shop to actually turning it into a bakery.
Yeah.
They've been going for a number of years. They're a famous bakery. I mean, setting the scene, you walk in and you see right into the bakery. So it's a really nice sort of vision and beautiful smell.
Oh, wow.
And they've got a coffee roastery, which is a relatively new thing, and a coffee roasting master on hand. And so it's the smell of the cakes, it's the smell of the coffee.
Yes.
And it's quite a big restaurant. We went along, you know, they've been serving breakfast and lunch for many years,
yes,
but they went into serving dinners. And we went to enjoy their winter special that they had, dinners. I can't say it was the best night for them, for me to be there.
All right.
Because
in the sense that?
In the sense that it was quite cold outside and it was an evening of rugby.
Oh, well, there we go. That's a perfect excuse for people not to be going out for something to eat. So, yes, all right.
So, Peter and I were in there with maybe a handful of other people. So it felt a bit sort of quiet, a little bit cool. But I know in summer they roll back the doors. There's a beautiful patio. So that wasn't sort of giving them a fair chance. But food we started off was a lovely platter of calamari tubes, which were fresh and delicious and all that you expect of calamari.
Beautiful.
We really enjoyed that. Then we chose two specials off this menu, the winter menu. I had the vanilla and coriander marinated lamb chops with cannellini beans. Okay, it was very interesting. Vanilla and meat.
How did those two work together?
Yeah, wasn't sure that it would be the best relationship in food or the best marriage in food, but I suppose it sounded exotic and lovely.
And to the taste?
And the taste, the chops were good. I like lamb chops to be really crispy.
All right.
And I found these, I would have cooked them, say, for 5 minutes longer.
Wow, you strike me as a very tough critic. Wow, 5 minutes longer, just a little. Okay, all right.
And Peter had the salmon. And he had that with a horseradish sauce. I don't think the salmon was the winner of the night, mainly because maybe I am a harsh critic. I didn't think it was the freshest salmon in town.
Okay, all right. Okay. So you didn't have order envy. We can establish that much of it. Yeah. And further on?
And then further on, we had to, being a bakery, we had to end with some really good coffee, which we thoroughly enjoyed, and a huge wedge of red velvet cake.
Beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful.
Let me describe it to you. Came, but not with one layer of icing. You know that lovely icing on red velvet cake made with cream cheese?
Yes.
So it was red cake, icing, red cake, icing, red cake, icing, red cake, icing.
Ideal.
So there was lots of it. For me, that's the best part of a red velvet cake, is that lovely icing on it. So it wasn't such a huge wedge. We shared a really skinny wedge.
But you enjoyed it. So
yes.
if you had to give Junipa's a mark out of 5 espresso cups?
I would say happily give them 3.
A happy 3.
Yes.
That's very nice. And I must say, looking at their menu and the prices here, they look reasonable as well. So maybe a place for you to go and visit and let us know what you think of it. Junipa's in Johannesburg. Hilary, thank you very much.
Pleasure.